Timeout, overtime, hot take, debate, penalty by so many options. We on the way. Unapologetic opinions, guests checking in, so I share on my social. Merch going up, my brother, he going global. Ass hold it down for the ladies, they need their own show. But we right back with it. Timeout with Coach Cam, we shouldn't miss a minute. Yeah. But we right back with it. Timeout with Coach Cam, we shouldn't miss a minute. Yeah.
Hey, what's up, y'all? Welcome to another episode of Time Out with Coach Cam. It's your boy Cam Chancellor, and I'm back with another episode, man. Want to talk about the Super Bowl. Obviously, I ain't get a chance to talk about that yet. Also, some Bengals talk since the season is over officially. The offseason is officially begun, and teams are already thinking about and trying to improve their roster. So I'll definitely be talking about the Bengals, and I'll be talking about NBA and should they have an All-Star game and other stuff as well. My guy Blake here. What's going on, Blake? But before I get into the Bengals real quick, I want to discuss this Super Bowl, man. I really want to discuss it because, first of all, give credit to the Tampa Bay Bucks. I mean, they absolutely dominated the game from start to finish. You knew coming into the game, people were talking about how they were, going with the Chiefs. Oh, I'm betting with the Chiefs. And if you knew they had 3 linemen out, both of their tackles were out. First, that raised the eyebrow already. And then later on in the week, you had Andy Reid's child get into that incident. Now, history serves, if I remember correctly, anytime there's a certain type of adversity that happens before the Super Bowl or anything, catastrophic happens, whether it happens to a player or anything like that, that team don't win. That team don't win. And looking at the game, for one time in my life, I can say one for one, I thought Andy Reid got out coached. I thought he got out coached. I thought they got too cute. I really thought that Andy Reid and the Kansas City Chiefs simply got too cute. And what I mean by too cute is going back to pass, trying to chuck it down the field. Every play they was trying to hit 20-yard bombs, and you could tell. And the thing is, they were playing too high safety, so obviously underneath stuff is open. They didn't take the underneath stuff. They never adjusted. They never took the underneath stuff. And I thought that's what be their game plan, especially with the offensive line out. What's up here? What's up, J. Coop? What's up, Freddie? What's going on? But yeah, with them out, I really thought, that they would adjust their game plan a little bit. And they never did. They were trying to go for the long ball every play. And it showed, and it cost them. And it cost them big time. And one thing I also want to say is this. Now, don't get me wrong. I love Patrick Mahomes. I think Patrick Mahomes is a transcendent talent in this league. But it's okay to say he had a bad game. It's not against, a rule to say Patrick Mahomes did not play well. It's okay he didn't play well. He didn't take the underneath stuff. He didn't. And all I hear about is this throw that he made. Now, don't get me wrong. Was it a good throw? Absolutely. Falling down, threw about 30 yards in the air. But give me a break. It was incomplete. The pass was incomplete for one. Number two, the ball should have been picked. Let's just be honest with it. Everybody want to say it hit Williams in the face mask. Let's not forget it went through Devin White's hands first. That's why I hit Williams in the face mask. Because Devin White got his hands on it just slightly for him to throw off the trajectory of the ball. So the throw was just him getting it off. The throw was a bad throw. It was a pick, honestly. So it's to the point where y'all gonna make me not like Mahomes because of the fans. Because he getting LeBron treatment. I said it on Twitter, LeBron Mahomes. You can't say nothing bad about it. You say something bad about Mahomes, here come the gang. Here come the gang coming down with pitchforks and fire. Here they come, coming at you. It's all right. He didn't have a good game. And if you want to be honest, And you look back at the previous Super Bowl, he could easily be 0-2 in Super Bowls right now. He didn't play good the last one. A bomb to Tyreek Hill that got lucky. Like, eh, let's see here. Trenches still. That's what it shows. That's what it shows. Trench work always matter. It always matter. The thing is, no matter how football changes, you have to have the two fundamental things to be a good football team. You got to block well. You got to tackle well. No matter what, I don't care if it goes a passing link, whatever. However the league evolves, you still got to be able to do those two things to be successful. Let's see here. Something was wrong with him. Word on the street. He was having off-season surgery. Yes, he is. He is having off-season surgery, plantar fasciitis. Um, but hey, he was out there. He gutted it out. You know what I mean? But people want to say, "Oh, that's a great effort. You got to give him, 100 for effort." Look, that's little league stuff. I give my kid, "Oh, that was a good effort, little Johnny. That was a good effort. You came up a little short. This is the league. I don't care about effort. You took the L. It's about wins. It's about losses. You took the L in that game. Simple as that. But a lot of people were simply just not giving Tampa Bay enough credit. Their defense was ready to play. Defense been playing well the entire postseason, and Todd Bowles had it dialed up. You got to tip your cap. Two things that stuck out to me the most. Obviously, the trench work, what Chris commented earlier, but also you got to have some pass rushers because most likely, you're going to face a killer at quarterback in the Super Bowl. So you got to be able to get after him. You got to be able to get after him and make them move off their spot. And I thought Tampa Bay did a great job at that. They did a great job of containing Tyreek Hill. The Chiefs just didn't have it. And like I said before, seems that teams that have that adversity right before the Super Bowl, they don't really win that game. There was a lot of adversity with Andy Reid's kid and everything like that. And that's a lot. You look back at some of these other things that happened before the Super Bowl, with the team, they didn't win those games, more likely than not. So, I was gonna go, honestly, I picked the Bucks. But Brady. Hold on, let me see here. He said Brady cooked them boys. Look, Brady did his thing. What Brady didn't do is Brady didn't mess it up. Brady didn't mess it up. Now I got to give Tampa Bay defense that credit. Now I'm not gonna say Tom Brady ain't do nothing. He did. He balled out. But he had some stinkers. He threw 3 interceptions in the NFC title game. So that means obviously those turnovers is not equating to points, which means the defense is doing their job. So that's what I'm saying about Tom Brady did great, but he just didn't mess it up. And he almost messed it up in the NFC title game because them 3 picks could have been costly, but the defense held them. That's why I said the defense not getting them. Always saying, "Oh, Tom Brady go blah blah blah." But if any other quarterback had these type of performances that Tom Brady had in the playoffs, we would be down their throat. We would be down their throat saying how they're not good, and we would be dogging them. So I don't want to sit up here and give Tom all of the credit. Tampa Bay was put together really well. Bruce Arians let them guys play. And you got to respect it. You have to respect it. And shout out to Bruce Arians, who really deserves it. I'm not going to sit up here and sugarcoat anything. You see his coaching staff. Mostly all African Americans have women on there. Give them an opportunity, to be on this stage and perform well. And to hear him say, like, Byron Leftwich, this is his show. He runs the show. Todd Bowles did his thing. Tip your cap to that coaching staff and Bruce Arians. Because a lot of these coaches talk the talk about we're willing to hire anybody or anything like that, but Bruce Arians is actually walking the walk and actually living it. So you got to respect that there. Let's see. Defense had a plan. 2 high safety all game. They eliminated the deep speed. Those linebackers are faster than the safeties. So Kelsey was damn near eliminated. They sent 5 at the line and got 4 through every time. It was a bad situation. It was a bad situation, but they didn't look at Pringle on underneath routes. Didn't check it out the backfield. And by the time Mahomes would check it to the running back or Edward Solaire or check it down, it's after he done held the ball way too long. And the linebackers, which is the very talented core of the Bucks, Levante David and Devin White, they was closing in on that, and they just wasn't getting anything done. Um, they could have ran the ball more. Don't get me wrong, they had a great game plan, but Andy Reid didn't adjust, and he just kept trying to bang his head into the same wall. It just did not work. It just simply did not work. Defense did their job, and Chiefs didn't make adjustments. Mahomes was concussed. Possibly. Let's see. I saw KC fans crying at the. They was hurt. They really didn't think they was gonna lose this game, and and like I said, that team, it wasn't much adversity for the Kansas City Chiefs this year. Mowing through teams pretty much, 15-1. Just wasn't much resistance. And when they finally met that, it looked like they were questioning, you know, what's going on, out there. So definitely, I was shocked at the outcome. I was shocked that it was 31-9. I did not expect that at all. Hold on. Kelsey did not like that contact. Hey, look, we can't have no Kelsey slander now. That's a Bearcat. We can't have no Kelsey slander. But Kelsey didn't play his best. But if you look at it, he didn't play his best. He still had over 100 yards, 9 catches. Uh, still, still a great game from Kelsey. In my opinion, the best tight end in the game. Let's see here. Reed wasn't in the game for real, for real. No, and I'm thinking for Andy Reid. Andy Reid was not in the game. His head was somewhere else, and you could tell. Like I said, when you have that type of cloud hanging over you, that's tough. That's tough to deal with. Okay, so he had no left tackle or right tackle. Exactly. No left tackle, no right tackle. So you know what the outcome was going to be. I couldn't believe why people was on the Chiefs so heavy, with that, because it really shocked me that teams were just, I mean, guys were just picking the Chiefs to win. I just didn't understand it. I didn't understand it at all. But Brady got another one. Gronk got another one. And like I said, I am happy for Bruce Arians. And I'm going to make a bold prediction. I'm going to make a bold prediction here. Because a lot of people just assume Kansas City is going to make it year in and year out. That's not the case. It's the National Football League, and it's hard. It's hard to get to the Super Bowl. It's hard to win playoff games. I'm going to go on the record and say that the Kansas City Chiefs will not make it back to the Super Bowl anytime soon. They will not make it to the Super Bowl anytime soon. I'm leaving it there at that. Um, because like I said, it's not easy. It's not easy to do. Let me see. Kelsey cost me 50 carries a TD from him. Yeah, there ain't nobody getting no TD that night. No, nobody at all. Let me see here to address some of these comments before I move on. Let's see here. We got Brady's getting too much credit for his play. I agree. It was the defense, it was the team as a whole. The RPO wasn't working. They wasn't even doing that. They was just dropping him straight back to pass, sending them down the field, trying to hit the deep ball. If Casey doesn't adjust their defense, they will not. Yeah, defense is not that good. And I think teams are going to try to implement what Todd Bowles did to stop them. So it's going to be interesting. I don't think they make it to the Super Bowl anytime soon. I'm not saying Patrick Mahomes won't make it back, but I'm just saying he will not make it back anytime soon. All right, moving on. I have to talk about my Cincinnati Bengals here. Obviously, the season is over. We're into the off season. Now, I got to talk to the Bengals fans real quick because, sometimes, and I get it. We've been overall, we've been losing outside of a couple years. Andy AJ had that run of 5 years. We made it to the playoffs, and we had Carson here. So mostly we know losing, and we spaz out. We spaz out. Now, everybody, first of all, everybody's acting like there's only one round in the NFL draft. Newsflash, there's 7. Obviously, the first round is your elite talent. but it's more than one round in the NFL, in the NFL draft. So let's calm down on if we don't get Sewell, the world is over. Let's relax. Let's relax. All right, let's relax on that. The world will not end if you know if we don't get Sewell. You know, we have to attack the offensive line. What I prefer the Bengals to do is to go at, honestly, everybody's been talking about it. Go grab Joe Thuney. You know, everybody been talking about get Thuney, get Sheriff, get a guard, and then you go get Sewell or Slater in the draft, which would be great. Which would be great for me. I'll take that. I will take that because obviously the Super Bowl told you you need trenches. But let's not act like it's Sewell or bust. Slater is a damn good offensive lineman. Now, does he have the maybe the raw power of a you know of a Sewell? Maybe not. Maybe not. However, and it was a good comparison. I was reading it. It was my guy Ace Boogie. He was on the show. Him and Zim do the Orange is the New Black podcast, and he has a little feature he's gonna cut the tape on, and he did one on Slater, and he did one on Penei Sewell. Both have great traits. It's almost like picking, and he made a great comparison. He said it's almost like picking between Shaq and Tim Duncan. Slater's your Tim Duncan, where he's a technician. He's technically sound, great footwork, everything like that. Sewell just got that raw power. When he lay his hands on you, he's gonna blow you up. He's gonna drive you. He's gonna look to bury you. I would love to have that. But my thing is the line has to be just functionable. It don't have to be, full of guys, all pro guys, but you got to have solid guys on the offensive line. I would love to see them attacking their free agency and not just the draft. I would love to see Thuney or Sheriff in here at guard. I think guard is more of a need for this offensive line than anything. We cannot, and I hate to rag on him because it's not his fault, but we cannot try out Michael Jordan at left guard next season and expect good results. We cannot see number 60 on the damn field next season. That can't happen. That can't happen. And a lot of people rag on Michael Jordan because he was kind of responsible maybe for the Joe Burrow getting injured. He tossed his man in the Joe Burrow knee. Look, we know Michael Jordan wasn't good. That was the coaching staff fault because they kept trying Michael Jordan's ass out there, knowing that he wasn't no good. That's his fault. That's Zach Taylor's fault. I'm not about to sit up here and just dog Michael Jordan. But however, he don't need to be on the field. He don't need to be on the field. He gets blown up. He misses assignments. It's bad. Yeah, I mean, it's really, really bad. So for me, we have to attack the guard position. I don't care. Give Thuney a blank check. We showed that we was willing to spend money last season. Let's see if we could do it again. And let's see if we can make this happen because we got to get Thuney in here. We got to get Sheriff in here. We need a guard bad. Resign Spain. I'll take Quentin Spain at left guard or right guard. Put him at right guard. Get Thuney. Put him at left guard. And then you draft Sewell. I will move Jonah to right tackle. I will have Sewell at left, and your offensive line will be Sewell, Thuney, Hopkins, Spain, Williams. And you chart that out there with week 1. And now you're looking at that line and you like, that's serviceable. That's serviceable. And you seen our quarterback Joe Burrow, he made it happen with no line. Give him some time. You give him some time, we got something special going on offense. Because, we got playmakers on offense. We have Mixon, we have Boyd, we have Higgins. So that's an option as well. Now, also Bengals fans, this, and I'm gonna go to the comments here. I'm worried about Burrow. I'm not worried about Joe Burrow at all, bro. I think Joe Burrow's gonna come back just fine. I'm not concerned. His dad already said it wasn't as bad as he let it off to be. I'm fine. He's ahead of rehab. He's supposed to be running at the end of this month. Oh no, maybe maybe like next. Yeah, maybe at the end of this month he's supposed to start running, and maybe by March start throwing. I think he'll be just fine. I know he gotta make a comment. Trash bag Bengals. I'm not even gonna mess with you right now. Let's see here. Offensive line. We need that. Obviously, it'll be quite, and that's the key right there. Quality lineman in the second round. So if we go out and grab a Thuney, right, and what if Sewell's not there? What if Sewell's not there? And then everybody say Chase. I would love Chase. Don't get me wrong. I'll take Chase. I'll take Chase in a heartbeat. Hypothetically speaking, what if Jamar Chase and what if Penei Sewell's off the board? Who you grabbing then? My ideal would be to trade down a couple spots, try to find someone like a Carolina who needs a quarterback. Say, hey, come up to 5, get your quarterback. We drop to 8, maybe take their second round or two. Drop to 8. What about getting a Kyle Pitts? Now this is the contingency on drafting Thuney. You get a Cal Pitts, a tight end that could cause mismatches with linebackers and safeties, something that gives the whole division fits. And then you could go in the second round and get a Jalen Mayfield, a tackle, or get even the Fairfield kid went to Clemson, Jackson Carmen. Someone in the second round. You could get you can get a solid lineman in the second round as well. There's a lot of good linemen in this draft, and that we don't have to necessarily get Sewell. You know, uh, low Burrow with weapons too. I'm not saying don't protect him, but we got to attack the line more so than just the draft. We need to attack it in free agency as well. Let's see. 7 rounds. The Bengals need a culture shock. Yeah, I won't. This best talent comes late, but the Bengals don't know how to draft. Tell me I'm purple, and I'll put a Jingles jersey. Let's see here. I'll do better than Michael Jordan. Yeah, man, Michael Jordan was bad. Yeah. Brown is available, but we're not going to trade within the division. They're not going to trade with us. They're not going to help us get better. Let's see here. We need to bring back the fullback. Fullback dead, man. Fullback darn near dead. A lot of 12 personnel. You know, it's unfortunate. A lot of two tight end sets taking it over, but the fullback almost dead. No way y'all go wide receiver. That's not true, Chris. That's not true. We looking for speed as well. I wouldn't be surprised if we even look at a Waddle too. I'm not saying I'm not. I'm definitely thinking. If we don't go with a line, man, look, we might be just headed for a receiver. Because I know Burrow wants Chase. He wants his boy Chase for sure. Let me see here. Shout out to my brother-in-law T. Martin for becoming the wide receiver coach for the Baltimore Ravens. I am now a Ravens fan. Well, congrats there. I can't go far to be a Ravens fan, but that's congratulations. That's dope. That's definitely dope. So, but yeah, there's a lot of things going on with the Bengals. Also, we talk about the line. Defense is important too. We don't have no pass rush. More and more I see it, it makes me feel like Carl Lawson is gonna be out the door. Um, I don't know why, but it looks like he'll be out the door as well. Um, I I just don't know, especially with us not having the pass rush as is, and we're talking about letting our best pass rusher walk. I'm not sure how we look to to fill that. And people talking about that we're gonna bring Shaquille Barrett in. Listen up, man. We had a chance to sign Shaquille Barrett 2 years ago, and we didn't. We said his shoulder was too messed up to play, and basically failed his physical, and didn't sign him. Tampa Bay signed him, and he's been one of the best sack guys in the last 2 years. I mean, I just don't understand. I don't understand. Like, we pass up on a guy that had double-digit sacks both years, and he goes and win the Super Bowl, and we can't even sniff the quarterback. I, that was troublesome to me. And people talk about, so, oh, we're gonna try to get him this time. If I'm Shaq Barrett, I'm not coming back here though. You know what I mean? Like, let's just being honest. I'm not coming back here after you try to deem my shoulder, you know, jacked up and not able to play, and I go out here and I get 13 sacks. Like, it makes no sense. That was a tough blow for the Bengals in trying to rebuild this defense. That was definitely a tough blow because we had him. He was ready to come here. It wasn't about the system. I heard it was about the system, but it ain't about that. He was ready to sign. Like, he told us he was ready to sign. So, you know, that was unfortunate, and it was a big blow, and it definitely hurt. Hurt us. Definitely, trying to sign him and get players in here. Um, this defense is in really bad shape. Like Jay Coop said, we have no corners either. I don't know what we're going to do with William Jackson. Maybe we franchise tag him. Um, but we need. I think they're going to franchise tag William Jackson and and play a year out with him and Trey Waynes at the corner and see how that works. I'm not high on Trey Waynes, but it'll be better than what we had out there last year. LaShawn Sims was killing me. And it seemed like they loved LaShawn Sims. They kept trotting him out there. They kept trotting him out there, and he kept getting roasted. I mean, it was bad. And then if you make, Darius Phillips a third corner, he plays well. He plays well when you give. I'm not gonna say limited snaps, but when he's not necessarily lining up against an OBJ or a team's number one, you put Darius Phillips, against maybe a receiver two, receiver three. He plays really well. And he started to play better towards the end of the season when he started to actually fit in his role better. So definitely definitely excited about the offseason to see what we could pull off, but I disagree with this. Our team is in bad shape on both sides. I don't see no killers except Burrow. I disagree. What's crazy is, maybe it's me, and y'all can say it's me, and that's fine. I don't think we are that far off. Like, a couple solid moves, and the Bengals are not that far away. Like, maybe it's me. I just don't think we that far away. Jesse Bates is a dog. Thank you. Bates is a dog. Honestly, he was the best safety in the league this year. And since he played for the Bengals, he don't get that respect. But Jesse Bates is a killer. Obviously, Burrow is a killer. But we do gotta get some killers in here. But we in good. I think we in good shape, man. Higgins is a dog. Um, Boy got the dog in him. Uh, it's all, but like he said, it fixed the trenches, and we easily a 500 team. Think about how many games we blew. Think about, I mean, no offense, Chris, against your Eagles, that was our win. We let Carson Wentz just drive down the field like that and tie it up, and in the rest of history, it ended up being a tie. But I mean, we should have beat the Eagles. We up 21-0 on the Colts. We let the Browns come back on the last minute drive. So I mean, you look at these things, and don't get me wrong, we were 4-11-1. I just named off 3 games. You flip that, we're 7-8-1 with a bad offensive line. You get a solid line in here, be able to run the football a little bit, be able to do what you really want to do on offense, then maybe that can change. So 500. No, it's not our metric. It's not our metric. That should have been our metric last year, though. Honestly, I said 7-9 or 8-8, or Zach Taylor needed to go. But obviously Zach Taylor's still here, so I'm rooting for him to do well. But I thought Zach Taylor should have been out the door if he didn't get 7 wins, because he got his quarterback in, and he the one that convinced us that the line was good enough, and we all knew damn well it wasn't. Let me see here. Oh, it's you. It's the same storylines every year, Coach. I was a few numbers away from winning the Mega Millions. Nah, I feel you, man. I just when I see, I just don't see we that far away. I really don't. I think the Steelers taking a step back. Baltimore still be solid because they'll always make moves to stay ahead of the game. The Browns are solid, obviously. Um, but if you look, if you look at it, y'all, we were like the Browns a couple years ago. How they were kind of struggling to get it going, but you can see the piece, you can see it happening, you see it coming. I think that's where we are. I think that's where we are. We got our quarterback. That's the biggest piece. We got a QB. Just keep him upright and allow him to do his thing. But we got the one of the hardest parts figured out. Get the line, get some pass rush. All right. I'm not asking the defense to be top five. You don't gotta be top. Give me 15th. Give me 16th. Give me in the middle of the road. It just can't be 28th, 29th. You can't have that type of defense. You can't have a bottom third defense. Give me a 16th ranked defense. Let's start there. But yeah, I want to see some pass rushers. I gotta get some corners in here. And I want us to play the young linebackers. I think Logan Wilson and Akeem Davis Gaither has huge upside if we play them. I think we need to play them. Let me see here. The Browns made hella moves, and it's a laundry list of teams that had a quarterback who wasted his career. I mean that's true, but that's still the hardest part to figure out. So okay, let's even think of it. People say the coach ruined Andrew Luck, right? Maybe so. However, he still led them to playoff wins. He got into the AFC title game. Give me some of that. Give me some of that action. Yeah, I mean, yeah, they maybe wasted his career, but in that wasted career, he got that team to the AFC title game. Give me some of that action. I'll take it. As a Bengal fan, I'll take it. If y'all was in the NFC East, y'all be good. NFC East was a mess this year, for sure. But hey, even it, it is what it is. We in the toughest division in football, one of them, and always has been. So we don't want it any other way. Um, but it's a exciting offseason. I think this is the. I know people said last year might have been the most pivotal offseason in franchise history, as far as getting Burrow and everything like that. Nah, 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 nah. This one right here is probably the biggest offseason for the Bengals in a long time. They have to put together something solid here. This is year 2 of the rookie deal. You got to make it happen this year. You got to take a substantial leap forward. It has to go from 4 wins to 9 or 10 wins. I mean, because the guy he messed that bridge year up last year, so he got to go from 4 to 10. Zach Taylor, 4 to 9 or 10. It's that simple. I won't accept anything less. If not, he got to go. He got to go. He should have been gone. Him and Lou should have been gone, but unfortunately, they're still here, and I wish them the best, and I hope they prove me absolutely wrong. I hope they do, and I'll be the first one to get on here and say, hey, I was wrong about Zach Taylor and Lou. They did their thing, but it's just for me, I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing it at all. But fix the trenches and get some defensive help in there. You see 10 wins from Taylor. I mean, personally, no. But I'm hoping he get them. I'm rooting for him to get them. Let me see here. Real question. What is the difference between from now when y'all got... Look, okay, first of all, Palmer, the way Palmer got hurt was some dirty BS. We all know it. Uh, anybody that's seen that... First of all, anybody that's seen that team in '05, we was loaded. We had one of the uh, best offensive lines in football. So that don't even make sense. We had Willie Anderson. We had Eric Steinbach. We had Rich Brown. We had Levi Jones, who was at that time was playing like a Pro Bowler. We had Bobby Williams. Like we were loaded on the offensive line. We were like a top five offensive line. We had a 1,400-yard rusher. This is not even the same category. Now we drafted the number one quarterback, and we're not protecting him. That's. Come on now. I understand we want to try to compare here, but you really can't compare in this time because right now, honestly, back then Mike Brown was really, really, really stuck in his ways as far as not, signing free agents and things like that to help. This is not singing the same song. I'm sorry, this is definitely a different tune here, a different beat. Um, how I'm confused. How is that your point? Because are you saying we ruined Palmer? We didn't ruin Palmer. Do y'all? If you saying we ruined quarterbacks, let me tell you what ruining quarterbacks is. All right, the Jets and Sam Darnold, that's ruining a quarterback. Washington and RG3, that's ruining a quarterback. There's certain places where they don't even have a chance. That's it. That's it. Whoever the Dolphins touch, dead. That quarterback. So in my eyes, the Bengals don't ruin quarterbacks. You can call them a lot. You can call them cheap. You can call them trash. You can call them a lot. But you can't say that they ruin quarterbacks. They don't. They actually and put a solid team around Andy Dalton, who was very limited, and got them to 5 straight playoffs. So I'm not gonna go that far and say they ruin quarterbacks. You can call them a lot, but they don't ruin them. Let's see. Okay, I'll give you that, coach. But what makes you see the upside? What makes me see the upside is that if they can have a repeat performance of their previous offseason. They tried to spend money. It didn't work out, but they at least tried. DJ Reader was a good addition on the defensive line before he tore his ACL week 5. You bring in, Trey Waynes to try to solidify the number 2 corner spot. Unfortunately, he just never played a snap for us, tore his pec. Um, so you try to bring in guys, to help and spend money. But where I see the upside is that they're actually trying to spend money this go around. With Palmer, they did not spend money. They did not try to spend money. The fact that we're even in a conversation to get Joe Thuney, which is the top guard on the market, is something that hasn't been heard of around here. We paid DJ Reader record money for a nose tackle. We haven't done that. We didn't do that with Palmer. It's more of Katie's running the team than Mike. She's trying the best that she can. Um, but a lot of people mistake, Mike Brown's stubbornness and maybe cheap ways for not wanting to win. Mike Brown wants to win. He just wants to do it his way, and it don't work that way. So they're trying something different with spending money. Uh, you know, Trading disgruntled players when they ain't happy in the middle of the season. Things are changing a little, not as much as we want, but they are changing a little bit. This gives me a little bit more upside that Burrow can work against Palm. Yeah, they paid Wayne's that role. They overpaid for Wayne's, honestly, because I thought if you was gonna pay that for Wayne's, you could have kept Dre Kirkpatrick and got the same results. But we paid Wayne's, we paid Reader. We paid some of these guys, so I think we'll have a similar off season and get after it. It'll be fun. It'll be fun to see what we do with this team. We definitely need line help, whether it's Stooney, whether it's to tackle Muton, and we go from there. But I do think this more time around this time, Jay Coop. I think we do have a little bit more upside. Going on with the Bengals. Now I don't like to put curse words up here, but this is hilarious. F27. Hey man, I can't say F Drake Kirkpatrick. He had some crazy penalties. He was a penalty king, but he loved Cincinnati. He loved being the Bengal, man. Sometimes that mean a lot. Sometimes that mean a lot. Nah, you good, bro. Um, it said how many Pro Bowl players we have last season. We have none. We're touring. Come on, bro. We didn't win. I mean, we didn't win. Jesse Bates obviously should have been a Pro Bowler, and I mean, obviously, graded the highest rated safety over everybody. But of course, they're gonna give it to someone like, no offense, y'all gonna rag me on this. Someone like Tyrann Mathieu go to the Pro Bowl, and he was overall. He gonna make a couple splash plays, but he wasn't that great. A lot of these players go to the Pro Bowl off the name and what they did previous years. Pre- then where's all this potential? It's in the youth. It's in the youth. T. Higgins, rookie, balling. Burrow, rookie, balling. Bates, graded best safety in the league. You have a core to build a team around. You have a core. You really do. Nah, 98 ain't back. I ain't going 98. I ain't going 98 this time. Nope. But there's a lot of potential on the Bengals. It's crazy because everybody else see it, but y'all. Think about it. When Burrow was playing, we was on ESPN. People was talking about us on ESPN, and we was 2-6 because but we had future. T Higgins and Burrow combination is nasty. Imagine adding somebody like getting somebody in free agency a line, and then you add somebody like Kyle Pitts or a Waddle. Now you got a core on offense because it shows you got to score points. You got to have a top 10 offense in this league to make it far. You got to have the defense to back it up, but you got to score. You got to score. Great name here, Curtis Samuel. Now, if we don't want to go wide receiver in the draft, get Curtis Samuel. Yes, someone that could take the top off the defense. And it is a perfect complement to Higgins and Boyd. That would actually be a great pickup for the Bengals. I would take that in a heartbeat. I really feel like Logan Wilson would change our defense. I think so too. They just need to play. Let him play. Let him make mistakes. You know, we'll see. Let him make mistakes. But I think Logan Wilson can be a great linebacker for us and can be that heart of the defense. You do know it's not too many that come back from injuries and still be live. Come on, man. Oh wait, did Tom Brady tear his ACL before he came back fine? And he was older? Yeah. ACL injuries ain't what they used to be, man. I mean, people coming back from ACL injuries in 5 months. I mean, the technology is amazing. The progression in his medicine, whatever, is amazing. Uh, ACL tears don't scare me no more. What scares me is Achilles. If you went towards Achilles or something like that, I've been a nervous wreck. I ain't gonna lie to you. But ACL tears don't concern me no more. They don't scare me like they used to scare me. But like Achilles tears, that scares me. But not ACL tears. Let me see. Or Tony or Hope Tony. Hey, look, I like Tony, but Tony couldn't catch in them drills. Tony was missing wide open, and you running drills and you dropping them. That scares me for a person that that will have to play in the AFC North where it's physical. And if he can't catch wide open passes and drills, I don't care what routes he's running and how he's separating. It don't make no difference to me. You gotta complete the rep and catch it. So that was a little concern for me as a Senior Bowl, but he do got moves. He separates well, and that will be an interesting target if we get a lineman first. That's what scares me. That's what scares me after getting John Ross is that the little speed guys can't do it for us in the North. Good statement there. Deshaun Watson got hurt year one. He's fine. Still behind the garbage line, running for his life. By the way, uh, we gonna see. I hope it ain't 98, man. I really hope it ain't 98. But we gonna see. We gonna see. I think we'll be a little better than that, man. I think we solid. And I think we have a good group. All right, moving on. Should the NBA have an All Star game? That's been a topic. LeBron said, he ain't really feeling it. A lot of people ain't really feeling it. A lot of people just going through, a lot of players just going kind of through the motions and just gonna go ahead and go with it. But to be honest, a lot of people are not happy with going to um, going to the All Star game. Should they have the All Star game? Nah, man, they shouldn't. We made some of these guys turn around on 71 days rest. Had no off season. We forced them to play. Get through the pandemic. You talk about, you're trying to get through this COVID safely. You're trying to, do everything safely. But yet you're gonna play a meaningless All Star game. A meaningless All Star game. Come on now. Come on now. At some point, I get it. You're missing out on the coins, but it's not gonna be that many fans gonna be there anyway. I agree with that. With a skills challenge, a 3 point, a dunk, no game. But I mean, but if you're not gonna have a game, why even do that? Why have people travel to a venue to do this for? I think it's completely. I think it's completely pointless. Um, and I don't think it should be an All Star game at all. I really don't. I think if you really cared about the players, you allow them time to allow them time to rest. Allow them to be with their family, allow them to recoup. Because a lot of these teams, especially if you made it to the playoffs, you ain't get rest. You didn't get rest like that. So I really think, um, that the NBA All Star Game should be canceled, but they won't. They'll go along with it, and honestly, don't be surprised if it be lackluster. Don't be surprised if you see like your LeBrons, your Giannis's, and players like that really not play many minutes. It's just especially with not many fans in it's for the fans, and the fans can't come. So why do it? Why do it? So I kind of agree with LeBron on that. It shouldn't be one. Why it's going to be lame? The All Stars is for the fans and not many. Exactly. It's just not many people, um, that are going to watch it, and it is what it is. But I don't think it should be an All Star game. It's that simple to me. I don't think it should be an All Star game, and that's that. Now, a team I want to talk about, honestly, man, that's not getting enough love, and what I talked about it before, is the Utah Jazz. They keep trucking along, man. They're 20-5, continue to win. Now, what I would say about this about the Utah Jazz, and I think that's a big factor because a lot of people are gonna be like, well, they're a regular season team. They're probably gonna fold. This, that, and the third. I don't think they're gonna fold. I don't think they're gonna fold, and the reason why I don't think they're gonna fold is because Mike Conley is playing at the level that he was once playing at when he was with Memphis. And they brought him in here to relieve pressure off Donovan Mitchell. And that's exactly what he's doing. He's relieving a lot of pressure from Donovan Mitchell. And it's really helping him. It's really helping him. And they're playing really well. They move Ingles to the bench. Now he could come out and be a facilitator for the second unit. Clarkson giving them energy. I think this is a Utah team that's not going to go away easy. I know a lot of people think, like I said, they're a regular season team, first round exit maybe. I think this Utah Jazz team can be a Western Conference Finals type team. Donovan Mitchell seems like he on a mission. He on a mission to prove people wrong, and show that he can lead a group deep into the playoffs. I'm liking what I see from them. I'm liking what I see from them. As long as Gobert continue to be that presence in the paint defensively, I think they can go places. I really do. Now, obviously, the Lakers is the class of the West. That hasn't changed until someone beats them. But however, um, looking at it, I really do. I really think that the Utah Jazz can cause a lot of problems. Can cause a lot of problems, and we definitely gonna see what they do in the West because there's a lot of teams in the West that can you know fill that second spot in the Western Conference Finals. Obviously, I think the Lakers will be there, but you got the Clippers, you got the Jazz, you got the Nuggets. You got teams like that, and possibly the Trailblazers too if they ever get healthy. C.J. McCollum's out; they got a ton of injuries, so it'll be interesting to see how what Utah does there. But I'm excited. I like them. I like Utah. I actually like watching them play. I think Let me see. I feel like the West took a step back from the Lakers. I mean, the Lakers are the class of the West. I mean, there's no doubt about that. I do think there's teams that can give them a little trouble. Um, obviously if the Clippers, stay healthy, they can give them trouble. Um, I like the Jazz. I do like the Jazz. I like the way they construct. I like Quinn Snyder as the coach. Um, I think he's one of the probably like top 10 coaches in the league right now. But I like the way they construct it. Like I said, it's strength in numbers these days with the bench, and they have that. So it'll be interesting to see how far the Utah Jazz can make it. Um, you know, Playoffs they kind of get a little stagnant on offense, so I want to see how that go. But I just think they're hungry. They blew a 3-1 lead last year. They really had that series dominated with the Nuggets, and they kind of fell apart. So we'll see how that happens there. Um, you know, see what happens there. Coming in the remainder of the season. All right, that's it. Another episode of Time Out with Coach Cam. Oh, and before I go, hey, it'd be like people wonder, hey, where did Coach Cam come from? Hey, boom, right here. Obviously, I coach AAU basketball. We got tryouts, Cincy Fire Elite 7th grade. We got tryouts February 20th at 11 o'clock at Woodlawn Rec Center. And the second tryout is the next day, 1:30 p.m. at the Queen City Racket Club near Princeton. And we also have Saturday, 11:45 um, at the Queen City Racket Club. We will have open gym for 7th graders. Start my evaluations early so we can get out there and see what we got. Hey, for me, best 10 are going to make it. So I'm excited for that. I'm excited for the season to start. So remember, if you have any 7th graders, make sure you contact me. We having tryouts coming soon. Once again, Cincy Fire Elite, 7th grade basketball. I'm excited for the season to get underway. But until the next show, most likely it'll be Sunday morning. Catch us then. Until then, we out.
Time out, overtime, hot take, debate, penalty by so many options. We on the way, unapologetic opinions, guests checking in, so I share on my social. Merch going up, my brother he going global. Ads hold it down for the ladies, they need their own show. We'll be right back with it. Time out for Coach Cam, you shouldn't miss a minute.